Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina. Beautiful Lake Taneycomo, lower Lake Taneycomo today. It is July 28th and I'm gonna do the one cast for you today. Boated down here. I'm just sitting basically in the middle of the lake right below Scotty's trout dock, out on the other side of their no wake zone. And we got a decent little chop right here on the water. On the fly rod right here, I've got a pink power worm on a 64th ounce jig head, and I've got it set about 8 foot deep. We're in about 9 or 10 foot of water, so that should be about right. And so far today, I've heard slow reports. We had a few boats come back, said it was tough for them. I talked to a few more boats on my way down here that said the same thing. And I did not get a chance to talk to any of my guides today. Tony had a late trip starting this morning at like 10, so he didn't even leave until 10 or after. We got some rain last night. We got a lot of humidity today. It is supposed to be cooler. But I brought a few things with me that normally work down here. They're running that 25 megawatts again, so the water is just barely moving down this end of the lake. And nothing officially on the first cast. I'm really hoping that this choppy water here will help us get a few bites. I've also got with me a black and yellow marabou jig and a little Clio spoon, which are two things that do seem to work down on this end of the lake, sometimes a little bit better. But we're just across from the first set of public fishing docks down here on the landing. And I would generally say that this overcast condition with the chop on the water and the real slow moving water would be perfect conditions for this pink power worm where we're sitting. And I am not getting any bites. So. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you at?
Down by the second set of docks. Picking up Sammy over there at Scotty's on the radio. Sometimes if you move the pink power worm a little bit more in the slow water, give that tail a little more action, you can get them to entice them to bite. But I feel like I should have had at least one bite on this thing by now. Kind of strange. So we'll give this just a minute or two more and we're going to try one of the other methods. But I definitely have done well drifting this area, kind of staying about this far away from the bank, all the way down past the paddle wheel dock and then around the landing, down underneath the fish house. Oh, there's a fish on the pink power worm. So he hit that while I was moving the indicator, so that might be an indication that if you're out here, you might need to give that thing a little more action. And he is a fat little guy. There we are. All right, we're gonna switch over to one of the other methods and see if we can get one on all three methods while we're down here. All right, let's try the spoon next. So I've got a little Clio. It is a 1/8 ounce Clio, silver. It's the only one I could find in my office. I used to have a bunch of them up on the wall, but I don't know what happened to them. So with this Clio, I don't just reel them back. I kind of almost jig them like I'm using a marabou jig. I let it sink down for a second and then give it a couple pulls. I know of people who have trolled these out here before too. Essentially, you still want to get them close to the bottom because that's still where the fish are at. There's one swiping at my spoon right now. Something about that jigging motion makes the spoon kind of spin a little bit more that they like. But he chased it all the way back to the boat. think we got some rain headed on its way here from Oklahoma. Should be here later today. And we got pretty high chances of rain for all day tomorrow. But it's also gonna keep cooling things down. Ooh, there's a bite. So they're definitely chasing the spoon as well. Spoon's a pretty relatively easy thing to come down here and use. And I don't know why it is. I guess maybe that it's just the stocker trout aren't as picky, or maybe they just like it better on this end of the lake, but I definitely have better luck using a spoon on this end of the lake. And give this just a couple more casts. But I will say, when the water's this slow, you definitely want to try to find the spots on the lake just like this one where you got a good chop. Try letting it sink a little bit longer this time before I start retrieving it. All right, last cast with this. I'm gonna try the jig for just a second. But regardless, I think all three of these methods down here, if you just came down to this end of the lake and played around with one of the three for a while, you could at least catch a few fish. All right, I'll try the 1/32 black and yellow marabou jig. Black and yellow, I don't know, for some reason, stocker trout seem like they like it. I mean, I catch them on the upper end of the lake on black and yellow, just not as often as I do when I come down here and use it. Well, we just about made it to the bridges. I'll probably have to say the pink power worm's still the way to go. But we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll get out here and do it again tomorrow. Thanks.